So here's my reaction to surviving R. Kelly. So first off, I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm kind of into my own little world. I saw the first episode of Surviving R. Kelly, and I saw the first half of it. I saw the first 50 minutes of it, and then I went to sleep. You know, the shit was too damn long. I just found out the shit was 2 hours. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm watching it, I see all the victims, and I see everybody that came out talking on, about their story. And as you saw his brother, one of them was in prison. It was, bruh, can you go inside, please? Go inside.
Yo.
All right, go inside. All right. Shut the door. Shut the door. That boy here, I be telling him to stay inside, so I'm trying to make him stay inside, but at the same time, stay inside and do what I tell you to do. So he learning, all right? He coming around. That's my son, Jacoby. But you saw his brother. You saw one was in prison. The other one, I think his older brother. I think his younger brother. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not sure. And you saw all the victims and everything. So let me just go ahead and get straight to the point because I don't want to be on this thing for too long. Number one, do I condone R. Kelly's behavior? Hell no. Number two, I wouldn't want him to be around my daughter, my son, nobody, none of my family members. I wouldn't even want a nigga to be around nobody grown that I care about. All right. So I don't condone anything that he has done. I do think the nigga did the shit. It was clear as day. The nigga pissed on a girl, 14 years old, on a tape, and we saw that shit in the early 2000s or in the 90s. All right, we saw that shit on the internet. My thing about this is, like I said, I want to get straight to the point. How much more of bringing light or kicking a man, and I wouldn't want to say kicking because he did wrong, and these are real victims, but how much more of shaming do we have to bring on one man until we say, all right, enough, let's move on to the next? Because I have no issue with, bringing more light to sexual assaults and stuff like that. And the thing about this, the victim, they even said on there that R. Kelly was a good man. He was a charming guy, nice guy. You ain't hear no stories about him choking no woman, no nothing. It's just the fact that he's a sick individual. He's a fucking freak, and this nigga, he chooses to have sex with people who are underage. And the thing about what I have to say about this is too, the past couple weeks or whatever, months, I've been hearing about the book that came out of the person who was talking about R. Kelly. And my thing about it is, she was grown as hell when a lot of the shit was going on. I'm not sure. I didn't read the book, but if I'm saying it right, I think she was grown as hell when she was talking about she was locked inside the house. He wouldn't let her go nowhere and all that other stuff. My thing is this, man. We know what type of guy R. Kelly is. We know what type of guy he has proven himself to be. We've seen him slip up in interviews. We've seen him slip up, with Aaliyah. We've seen this shit, with the sex tape. At this point, the shit is on you. That's how I feel, bro. The shit is on you at this point. When you don't lock an individual up, you have to understand that these people are still human beings. Even in jail, a sexual predator, a child molester, or whatever, they will have some type of human contact unless they choose not to and go to isolation. Same thing with R. Kelly. He ain't locked up. Somebody is going to give this nigga some play. Somebody is going to come out and say, look, that was the past. I'm going to be around you. I know what it is. Ain't nobody in fucking 2019, ain't nobody in 2015, 2010, or 2005, or in a 2000 period, sat back and said, R. Kelly is he does not like underage women. So in the past 10 years, I ain't even heard nothing about this man even messing with somebody underage. It's just the fact that I keep on seeing people that come from the past bringing it up to the forefront. Now, like I said before, I don't condone it. And if you would have asked me, so what are you saying, Spoken Reasons? What are you saying? Just get to your point. What are you saying? I'm saying, I'm an advocate for black reciprocity and black people, all right? And I'm not making no joke. People are like, oh, here you come with that black people stuff. Here come them fake woke stuff. Hey, believe what the fuck you want to believe. If we are all a family, and I condone for black reciprocity. I condone progression, and all the other good stuff. Fuck with who looks like you. Now, and I believe in cleaning the house. The real ones know, never have your child never even be around an individual like R. Kelly. But, at this point, you have to ask yourself, am I a grown motherfucker? Am I a human being? Do I make my own decisions? So people gonna do whatever people do. And you can't stop them from doing that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if somebody look like you and we're in this field of entertainment and you see black entertainers and it's already hard for, women to get a voice and people are shedding light on black LGBTQ members and people are shedding light on police abuse and black oppression of colored people and stuff like that. We have to be mindful about the people that we kick in our own community. And there's nothing wrong with shedding light on R. Kelly, but my thing is find somebody else to point that shit on, because we done already took down Bill Cosby. We done already took down goddamn R. Kelly. My thing is, let's call out the white guys that's doing this shit now too. All right, let's call out the white guys, because the thing is, I see what's going on. There's a thing right now that's going on with black women, that's actually a good thing. Women, there have been this thing with women, within the past 5 years, especially 10 years, they've been getting their just due as far as jobs, how you speak to a woman, in terms, with derogatory terms and stuff like that. So they are getting their just due. The Me Too movement, you see all this stuff going on. You see the stuff what Amber Rose is doing. Women are getting their light shined upon them. And what's happening now is that black women are getting more of a voice now as well. But the problem is that they are not giving black women a platform to take down white men. They're giving black women a platform to take down black men, and that is people like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? People like Bill Cosby. When they said, all right, come to the forefront, let's go ahead and bring somebody down who's a sexual predator, Bill Cosby. You seen a stream of black women that came to the forefront. Okay, cool. If Bill Cosby is one, let's lock his ass up, all right? Cool, check, we got that, all right? Now, if R. Kelly is one, all right, which we know he is, cool, check, let's go ahead and get this thing running. Now, let's give black women a platform when it comes down to taking down white men, because I think what's happening is because there are so many white powerful men in position, they will have to go all the way back to the beginning of time of when shit started happening, and then they'll have to answer. And the big issue with that is majority of white men, white people who are doing this stuff behind closed doors. It's just the fact that R. Kelly is the sacrificial lamb for pedophilia and as being a sexual predator, and for underage people, underage human beings. So at this point, R. Kelly is on the Mount Rushmore and the only one up there, and he's the seal breaker for pedophilia and child molestation. And before they go on to the next person, they gotta put a black person in the forefront first, which is people like Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, and then they're gonna get to the Harvey Weinsteins and stuff like that. So that's what I think what the issue is. The issue is before they start moving on to the next people, before they start moving on to people like Charlie Sheen, who gave people whole A's out here, and he ain't went to nobody jail. People like Harvey Weinstein, and you got people like Louis C.K. and so many other people that did things out here, just as bad as R. Kelly, and even way worse, that they would literally have to clean house if they were to bring these people to the forefront. And I don't think the issue the issue is paying white women, because anybody can be paid off. White women, they can get paid off. They can come to the forefront. They've been doing that shit since the beginning of time. They talk about the shit every day. They all kind of white victims come out as far as white women, and they tell their story. But now that black women are getting their just due, they don't want to put no money into no black hand. They don't want no black women to have no black voices and black opinions and facts about the truth about what's happening to white men. So before we go deep, before we talk about the R. Kelly and the Bill Cosby's and all that stuff, understand the layer of what they're trying to patch. That shit was on Lifetime, because Lifetime has 95% women watching them all the time. Ain't no men gonna be up on there. If it's gonna be a man up on there, it's gonna be most likely a gay male watching that show. Participating in the percentage of that show. So I want y'all to understand this. All right, understand. Ask yourself this: why is it being pushed on Lifetime? Why is it being pushed the way it is now in such time? And I'm an editor too, bro. I got a chance to sit there and watch that docuseries. I've seen how they put certain clips in certain areas, and I'm not saying that, like I said, R. Kelly didn't do it, but they most definitely were trying to sell that shit. And they sold that shit to the T. So I think R. Kelly, he's getting the wrath and the karma of his wrongdoings to an extreme level. And honestly, man, you can't feel sorry for dude, because you got to ask yourself this. I got to ask myself this. If I'm R. Kelly, would I rather be R. Kelly and be rich, have some money issues as a rich nigga, a rich broke nigga, everybody talking about me, and I got to file some lawsuits and I can't read? Or would I rather be a regular nigga where I'm out here having sex with people underage, as many of them as I want, hundreds of them, whatever, or 50 to whatever, 20 to 50 of them, it don't matter. And I get caught, I go to trial, I lose the case, I get my 15 to 25 years, and then I get my ass handed to me when I go to jail, and all kind of niggas on my ass when I get in jail, and I go through hell in that motherfucker. So R. Kelly got to ask himself a question. Nigga, which one would you rather be? I know which one I'd rather be, nigga. I'd rather just be R. Kelly and just be a nigga that's fucking around making music, and I'm still gonna go down as the R&B GOAT. You can't take away from your music. Now it's just the fact that, they shedding a light on it, and the light is to tarnish another black person's legacy. And that's the thing with what I got an issue with. They showed Elvis, they showed all these other people, all of these other white stars who were out here doing the same thing R. Kelly was doing, and their legacy is clean and cool. Ain't nobody shitting on them. They own kind ain't shitting on them. It's just black people shit on black people. So I guess I can't fault how we handle. I can't fault the opportunities that's being presented to our people and black women, because when you have a chance and an opportunity to express yourself and tell your story, you should tell it. But at the same time, I think we should become more aware about how we should look at the situation and what we're dealing with, and before we go after our own, and if we're going to attack our own, and if we're going to bring down our own and bring down a bad apple in the bunch, let's go ahead and get our just due and pay our ancestors some goddamn homage from all the fucked up things that happened to us and our ancestors and our aunties and uncles and nephews and daughters and nieces and all the other stuff, and shed light to that on the other side, because that shit is being buried and it's not being told, and it's not being sold as well. Those people were on that show because they were on that docuseries because, not because they were just telling their stories. They was also on that motherfucker because they were getting paid. You don't just get on a docuseries and don't get paid unless you sign off on a waiver saying, hey, I'm completely okay with getting on the docuseries. And understand the thing was called Surviving R. Kelly, like he killed somebody. Ain't nobody said the man choked him, beat him, or anything. He just did wrong, and it was a huge wrong. He had sex with people underage. That's where he fucked up at. But nobody said he beat anybody. So it's called Surviving R. Kelly. I get it. Surviving a sexual predator. Sometimes it takes somebody like an R. Kelly that might take it to the next level. And that's what a lot of sexual predators do. Some people take it to the next level. You know, he's a person that's a victim of molestation and child abuse. So you can't really call it what it really is. It just is what it is. But yeah, man, that's my review about the R. Kelly thing. Like I said, I only saw the first one. I didn't see the whole thing. But I say, you know, at this point, black women, I think now this is the time for y'all to start letting shit out the bag, is what I'm saying. This is a good time for us and for y'all to really say what's going on, because nobody's going to, nobody can make an evil white male fall the way a black woman can. And the reason why I say that is because the black woman, she sleeps with a white man. She knows the white man's business. She knows all the shit. She knows the pillow talk. And there are white men that sleep with black men, but at the end of the day, no real heterosexual men, you know, solid guys are gonna buy and respect the story from a gay black male. So we will believe a black woman when she tells the story saying, hey, this is the get down and this is what's going on. And no one can make a white man fall harder than a black woman. And now there is a platform for black women to get they shine on and shed the light. So before we just beat down R. Kelly and beat down the Bill Cosby's, let's go ahead and wrap up this shit. So hey, if R. Kelly is the green light and Bill Cosby is the green light, and whoever black is the green light to get to the root of the problem and to get to the root of the people who really doing shit out here, who really out here fucked up, who really been out here raping black women when they had enough money to make them shut up, when there was no internet, you know, because the reason why black women never told on these rich white guys is because when, you know, granted, and subconsciously, when you see a white person, any black person that see a white person, you know, especially when they're young, they're gonna think that, well, who am I? They're not gonna believe me. So when you see a black person and you toss them a R. Kelly, you toss them a Bill Cosby, that's a little bit more accessible. You got a lot more access to R. Kelly and to bring him down. So now the temperature is rising. The awareness is coming about now. So the ball is on y'all court. And I say it's a good time now. It's pull your card season. It's alignment season. And it's also the year of protection, 2019. So 2017, I said it was alignment season. 2018, I said it was pull your card season. And 2019, it's the year of protection. Protect yourself. Tell your story. You know what I mean? But that's all I got to say, man. That's my review on R. Kelly and surviving R. Kelly. I hope I ain't pissed somebody off, but if I did, I was as you know, coherent as I tried to be. But hey, man, I can't make everybody happy.